say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
It's an NBA afternoon game here on this Thursday. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. Backcourt pair will be Curry and Podziemski. And it's Moody in at small forward. And for the Hornets, Plumlee is at center and Bridges next to him. Knipple and Miller are your wingmen. And it's Ball in at the 1 spot. Possessions can end until somebody grabs a rebound. Greg, 2 of the best on the boards are facing off tonight. They prioritize rebounding.
And getting those extra possessions can really break a team's will. When excellent rebounding teams play, everyone has to work a little harder to secure the ball. Curry is just lethal from outside.
Pass to Plumlee. Down low, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Here's Podziemski. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now, here is Miller. Here's Bridges. Green with the rebound. We play just over a minute here in the first. One of the best defenders of his generation. Tim, do you think Draymond Green will be a surefire Hall of Famer?
Well, he's a former Defensive Player of the Year, and not to mention a key contributor on 4 Warriors championship teams. Kevin, he will be in the Hall of Fame, no question.
Now, here is Miller. After the miss from Stephen Curry. Back to Miller. Left side, Ball. Good, and Miller gets the assist.
So often, LaMelo is the setup man. There, he's on the finishing end.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Pass to Podziemski. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Shoots from the baseline, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And the release of Butler's jumper, it's so smooth. He has no problem knocking it down from mid-range.
Miller outside. The Warriors pull it in. Moody with it, defended by Knipple. Moody the pass to Butler. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Curry. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but it looks like it was on the way down.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Quentin Post is checked in for Jimmy Butler. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Moses Moody. And Hield subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. Plumlee laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Plumlee's got his second basket of the game.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Now here's Hield. Here's Curry with the three. Trains it from beyond the arc. Curry's got 9.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot. And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Post with it. He's guarded by Plumlee. Here's Green. Kuminga down low. He's against Miller. 3 on the clock. Here's the teardrop. And the layup good by Curry. 11 points in the game.
And the lightning quick release of Curry really came in handy there.
Ball from long range. It's rebounded by Golden State. There's Kuminga. The baseline J off the mark. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more in store for you right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Right away, they showed us they weren't going to shy away from the mid-range game, and it's proving to be an effective tool for them.
Well, from the start, they've been making quality passes offensively, and that is reflected in their assist number.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Kuminga out there with Butler. Then it's Hield. Then it's Quentin Post and Richard. And a late 2nd-round pick, but Tim Quentin Post showing he can contribute.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a true 7-footer, and he has proven he is more than comfortable shooting it from the 3-point line. He is a proven NBA player.
Charlotte shooting their first free throws of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And the Hornets making a change here. Williams is checked in. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors. Now here's Kuminga. Still yet to score. Post with it. And it's blocked. Man up top, covered by Hield. Man can't hit.
Well, coaches really appreciate when guys defend with that kind of effort. Just a fantastic job protecting the rim.
Now here's Hield. Here's Jackson Davis. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Sexton for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Sexton's got 5.
And it's important Sexton makes those. The more he hits from outside, the more the floor will open up.
Here's Butler. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's ready to talk things through with them. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Williams. Knipple comes in for Smith. Brandon Miller, he's checked in for Sexton. And Ball subbed in for Trey Mann. And Golden State also making a change. Curry's checked in for Hield. Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Stephen Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages, but they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports.
And here is Ball after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Ball, the pass to Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
And Ball gets double-teamed. Pass to Knipple. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist. Now just a 1-point Warrior lead.
So lethal off the catch. Knipple is good at just finding space and then timing it quickly.
Back to Curry. Launches it. And another three for Golden State.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Now here is Miller. Hasn't made one yet. Deep two from Ball. They get the rebound. Good.
You love to see that kind of focused, high-effort play from a rookie. Knipple making the save.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Curry through traffic. Count it! Oh!
Well, he's having a big scoring night, but he's doing it extremely efficiently. This is impressive.
Here's Ball. Pass to Knipple. The kick out to Ball. And it's off from three-point range. It'll count.
He got it! What poise! Unfazed!
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
We always talk about closing quarters and halves, the importance of it. There you go.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. He ends up dropping in two from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Curry has been sensational.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
And this offense continues to find him in his sweet spots from deep.
And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
In the backcourt, it's Ball and Knipple. Plumlee is at center and Bridges next to him. And it's Miller in at the 3 side. That's the group starting the second half for Charles Lee. Now, here is Miller. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go.
And more than just a jump shooter, Miller's very good around the rim. A rare quality for a wing these days.
Curry against Ball. Curry kicks to Green. Pass to Pajemski. Pocket 6. Here's Curry. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Ball, the pass to Plumlee. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Bridges with the steal. Knipple wide open and he fires. Hands it from downtown. Knipple's got 8 points.
A lights-out shooter. Opponents will learn quick. You have to guard Knipple tight, or he'll knock those down.
Butler dishes to Curry. And here is Moody. Still without a basket. And that one's good. Green. And the Warriors lead by 3.
And Draymond is smart at knowing when to shoot the ball, especially when he's got strong position inside.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Pass the ball.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left here in the third quarter. AT that time from Curry. Warriors leading by 3. And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tone setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly. The guy is all about winning.
Outside Curry. Pass to Pajemski. Back to Curry. Beyond the arc. The free ball from Curry.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Ball, the bounce pass. Miller outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Curry. Back to Pajemski. Outside Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State. Now Pajemski. Just 5 to shoot. He gets it in there.
And that's the shot they were looking for, right under the hoop.
Hornets trail by 7. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Ball. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, whatever they talked about at halftime, it's working now.
The Warriors have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. Sexton kicks to Smith. And it's the Hornets another 3.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Hield finds Jackson Davis. Here's Pajemski. Oh, what a play!
That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh, with the clock running down, man, that was close.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. Back right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Jimmy Butler. Brenton Post is out there with Trace Jackson Davis. Then it's Hield. And it's Santos in at the shooting guard position. Just 5 on the clock. Jackson Davis out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And the Hornets making a change here. McNeely's checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Curry's checked in. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Charlotte Hornets. They trail by 9 points. Outside, Sexton. Back to Ball. From down in the low post, it goes.
And he's really a smart offensive player. You have to respect Ball's strong sense for when to take that jump.
Here's Santos. Curry on the wing. Pass to Santos. Shot clock at 6. Now Post. Holy cow! What a bailout!
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
We thought this might be the case coming in. Not a lot of defense out there right now.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Warriors ball.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Here's Curry. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Butler. Oh no, stopping that time. So, Tim, I'm sure it's hard to pick one, but who would you call the most underrated player right now in the NBA?
I think it's Pascal Siakam, and I have felt that way for a few years. I just think you're talking about someone who has great energy, plays both ends of the floor, and is a matchup nightmare because of his versatility.
And began kind of in oblivion. He had to play some time in the G League and work his way up.
Became the most improved player in this league.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
And Allie, thanks so much. And it's off.
And, you know, he just got a little ahead of himself on that one. How does a great finisher not dunk that ball? I still can't figure that one out.
From outside, down it goes for three.
He has perfected his ability in the pick and roll. Curry going to work.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Hornets. It's a 16-point game. He drills the three.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Substitution on the court.
Outside Curry. Butler outside. Curry outside. Shoots from 14. Does not go. Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Warriors.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Stephen Curry.
Yeah, he was just laser focused in that game. It got to the point where you just knew if he shot it, it was going in.
Here's Green. Plumlee with the steal. Ball with it. Butler covering. Miller. The three doesn't go. Curry against Miller. Green with a screen on Miller. Launches it. Ball with the rebound. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Green rips down the board. On offense, here are the Warriors. Butler. Count it. Nails it from 14.
And the timing Butler has really superb. Easily pulling up off the dribble, especially when the defense is a little lax.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Jimmy, let's talk about defense. What clicked for you down the stretch?
We was locked in on our schemes. I think we did a great job of our rotation in our second effort. But all in all, man, we executed on both ends in the fourth quarter.
It takes everybody. Thanks, Jimmy.
Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Stephen Curry.